My hair is cut, my throat is sore. Good start. Hey everyone, it's Saturday, I'm Flynn and you're watching my BrainLog. Okay, as you see from the title of the video, today I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. Now the thing is that New Year's resolutions is kind of an ambiguous topic, isn't it? Some people love them, some people hate them, some people make them every year and every year they fail and then they try with the same thing the next year and it just holds for a couple weeks or a month and it just never works out. Today I want to talk to you about a way that you can make your New Year's resolutions fail-proof. Some of you may know that I am a trained educator and part of that training consisted in us learning how to make SMART goals. Why did I do air quotes? Because SMART is an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Now the first thing I want to talk about within that SMART rule is the T, because I will not go into that point for each single one of these goals that I've set for myself, because all of them are timed in by the end of 2018 I want to have done this. So that's for the time. That's what you need to set first. By when do you want to have achieved this? So if it's a New Year's resolution, then probably by the end of next year. I have one resolution on my list that isn't really a New Year's resolution. It's a get ready for New Year's resolution. Because that resolution is make a list of my resolutions with tally marks so I can hang it on my door and check every week. Now the other things you want to make sure that your goals have are being specific, measurable, achievable, and realistic. That's very important. Very, very important. The most important one is the measurable one. I want you to think of the first resolution that comes to your mind. A lot of people have as a New Year's resolution, get fit or be kinder. I mean, that's a nice sentiment, but that's a really bad goal. Sorry to say that. And I do know that one of my friends, who I'm not gonna name, has sent me their New Year's resolutions and they're all formulated in that way. I'm really sorry I didn't say anything last night, but I knew you were gonna watch this video, so sorry. Your goals need to be measurable. So instead of saying get fit, you could, for example, set yourself the goal of exercise once a week. Exercise for 30 minutes once a week. That would be very measurable. You can very well measure if you achieve that. For example, be kinder, you can't really measure that because if you weren't kind before and then you did one nice thing next year, you are already kinder than before. So, I mean, at which point do you consider it done, you know? You're never gonna be done with being kind if you always set yourself the goal of being kinder, because every time you are kind, you can still do more, so you'll never be finished with that goal. I hope this is seeping in. A lot of people in our class had a lot of trouble with this task. They need to be achievable and realistic. So if you are, I don't know, 12 years old, you're still in school, and you set yourself the goal of I want to be a best-selling international author, that's not very realistic, is it? You are very probably gonna fail that New Year's resolution, and you're basically just putting rocks into your own way. You have to choose something that is achievable and realistic. For example, if you want to get fit, and you know that you're someone who doesn't exercise a lot, you could set yourself the goal of exercising once a week, 20 minutes. That's realistic and achievable, even for someone who doesn't like exercising. If that's too much for you, I know it is for me, then you could even specify what kind of exercise you want to do. For example, for me, it's taking walks. I'm gonna read you out the list of my New Year's resolutions. My first resolution is write 1,000 words a week, i.e. have written 52,000 words by the end of the year. Now the reason why I made that second sentence is because I do want to write at least 1,000 words a week. but firstly, I don't want to limit myself to that, so if I write 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, that's perfectly fine. But also if in the next week I have a really low emotional kind of situation going on and I can't write anything, then I can balance it out with one of the weeks that I did better. So that by the end of the year I have 52,000 words. My second resolution is keep the sleeping schedule. Do not fuck it up. If you do, fix it again. Now this is one that is very close to my heart. Some of you will know how much I struggled with fixing my sleeping pattern. If you don't know, there's a video that you can check out in the card where I talked about that. My third resolution is cut down processed foods to once a week. Now by processed foods, I mean snacks such as cookies, crisps, stuff like that, and ready meals or vegan substitutes. I wanna snack less, so I'm giving myself a budget of 1 snack a week, basically. Now I do snack a lot, but lately I've been snacking on green beans and cherry tomatoes, and those don't count as snacks for me in that way. My fourth resolution is keep looking for a job and try to find one. My sister was reading that yesterday and she was like, that's the easiest thing you do. Like, look and find one if you can. Like, you can't fail that one. But the thing is that I can look for a job all I want. Whether I actually get hired lies outside of my power. I cannot influence people hiring me. That's their choice. I cannot influence their choice, which is why I formulated that resolution like that. My fifth resolution, and one that is very close to my heart, is stop mistaking hobbies for tasks. I very often find myself knitting something, crocheting something, reading a book, coloring something, writing someone a letter, and feeling so extremely busy because I've set myself this thing that I want to do. And instead of seeing it as a hobby, which knitting and crocheting and reading and writing are for me, I make it a task. I make it my job. So I prioritize on this thing and I feel like I fail if I don't do it within every spare ounce of time that I have in a day. My sixth resolution is update my Bujo at least once a week. That is something I forget frequently. I've had my Bujo for almost 1.5 years. I keep forgetting updating it. Since I stopped going to school, because in school I would update it in the morning during first period. I would update it from the day before, and that was a very regular kind of situation going on, and it was very easy to update it regularly that way. But now that I'm not going to school anymore, I have to update it on my own time, and I have to think and remember updating it on my own. My seventh New Year's resolution is write to a friend once a month. Now, I love writing letters and I now have the addresses of, I think, 4 of my best friends. And I really love writing letters to them, so I really want to do that. I want to actually write at least 1 letter a month. That seems like not a lot, but when I write a letter, it's like 20 pages, so, you know. Now, my 8th New Year's resolution is the one I mentioned before. It's go for a walk at least 6 nights a week. That's what I wrote down. What I meant was, more specifically, go for a walk at least 6 nights a week and reach a certain number of steps during that walk. Now, the days that I am out during the day, i.e. Mondays for grocery shopping and Wednesdays and Fridays for therapy, on those 3 days I want to reach 10,000 steps by the end of the day. On the other 4 days a week, I'm happy with 5,000, 6,000, even though I will be much happier if I surpass that and even reach the 10,000 steps maybe on a day that I'm only going for that walk in the evening. So that will be easy to measure. My 9th New Year's resolution is, I'm gonna have to read this one, it's long. Make a list of Christmas presents and start working on them right away. 1 present a month at least? Question mark. Now the thing is that I always have ideas for Christmas presents as soon as Christmas is over. And then I'm like, yeah, I have time, I don't have to do that right now, I can start in summer or in September or something like that. And in the end, I end up not having the time to finish it. This next year, before the year starts, I wanna make a list of all the Christmas present ideas that I already have, and tick one off at least once a month, or if you, try doing that. I will just start off with the ones that are making things, because that's the easiest. I don't depend on anyone else for those. Number 10 has something to do with number 1. Sign up for NaNoWriMo this year. You will regret it if you don't. I have not signed up for NaNoWriMo the past 2 years, i.e. this year and the one before. And each time, when the month started to draw to an end, around the 20th of the month, I regretted it heavily. That's when I wanted to be like, I wish I'd signed up, I wish I had tried, now I have the juices flowing and everything. And so I really want to set myself that goal of signing up for NaNoWriMo in 2018 and actually trying for that 50k, which will make the goal of 52,000 words over 2018 from goal 1 a 102,000 words for 2018. My 11th resolution is script the videos for a NaNoWriMo themed Vedden. Now, as that happened last NaNoWriMo, where I had this feeling of I wish I'd signed up and everything, I had this sudden flood of ideas in my brain for NaNoWriMo themed daily vlogs throughout the whole month of November. And I really want to write those down and script them out so that I can vlog throughout November, throughout my NaNoWriMo experience, and I really am looking forward to that. My 12th resolution is keep your video schedule, i.e. 1 video a week per channel, and move the Flynn's banter videos to Wednesday, which I am doing starting January. And if you skip a video, never skip both channels. That's one of the harsher ones to me, because sometimes I have really bad slumps for a week, mental health wise, but I really want to work on these things beforehand so that I just have to throw them out there rather than having to stress through in one day and having to do them. Essentially, I will always upload at least 1 video a week if I can't do both. And related to that, resolution number 13 is script the BrainLogs. When I don't script my BrainLog videos, I end up with about 40 to 50 minutes of footage. Whereas when I do script them, I have about 20 minutes of footage. So you can imagine how editing is going if I'm scripting it. So I really want to script them. And I'm talking a lot about theory and things I've learned, things that I've already talked about. And I need to write down what I want to say so that I don't forget something and then I'm editing and feel like, I forgot to say that. Resolution number 14 is have breakfast at least 6 days a week. Now, in my video on my second channel, which you can check out in the card, where I showed what I ate in a day, I showed you this overnight oatmeal thing, and that's the breakfast that I'm talking about. And I'm really bad at preparing that in the evening because I keep forgetting, but I'm setting myself that goal, that specific goal of at least 6 times a week, because I think that 6 times a week is achievable and realistic. My final New Year's resolution is a very simple one, and it is say thank you once a week at least. That again is very achievable, very realistic, very specific, very easily measurable. The reason that I picked this isn't because I'm like some kind of ungrateful git or something. It's just that I have a very hard time actually saying thank you when I mean thank you. That's why I put that on there. My younger sister, for example, she knows when I'm thankful for something, even if I don't say thank you, but I would bet you that she would enjoy hearing the thank you from time to time nonetheless. So that is it. Those are my SMART resolutions. If you've finished watching this video and you're still having trouble formulating your resolutions in a smart way, you can put them in the comments and I will try and help you convert them into SMART resolutions. If you don't want to post them publicly, that is fine. You can DM me on Instagram, the link is in the description. Anyhow, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, then you can subscribe to my channel up here, or you can subscribe to my second channel, where I will be uploading on Wednesdays starting next year. You can click here to see me getting a haircut and sorting two of my best friends into their Hogwarts houses, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye! Comment down below what your resolutions are, because I am curious as fuck. Happy New Year!